And now the game could be in the balance here, and Byron Buxton is coming up in the 10th, and the pitch, a swing and a drive, left field and deep, back it goes, deep it goes, Twins win, the Minnesota Twins win it, who else? Byron Buxton, game winner, and the Twins sweep the White Sox, Buxton, game ender.
My goodness. I mean, that ball looked like it was on a straightaway path to the moon.
It was.
It was blasted. Keep this up here, Elise, just for a hot second. Byron Buxton, when he's healthy and he plays, look at what the Minnesota Twins have done going back to the beginning of 2019. I mean, 124 and 73. Look at that winning percentage. Now, the key phrase part of that sentence is when he plays.
Yeah.
You know, and he's been, off injured, and without him, they are just, quite frankly, I mean, the winning percentage drops by, 150, 160 points, so they're just not the same team. So we bring it back inside Studio 3 with Jim Tomey and Sean Casey and Fran Charles. But, man, I mean, let me talk to the home run king here.
Yeah.
I mean, just to see, first of all, it's freezing. It's cold. Yeah. I mean, in Minnesota.
I know the word.
I know you've hit some big bombs in that place, but that ball was just destroyed, and that was the second home run of the game.
No, where that ball went, like, you need to go up there. When you go to Target Field, go up there and sit, and you'll realize how far that is. It is, like, this guy every year is showing more power. Like, the thing that I noticed a few years, maybe 4 or 5 years ago, I went to the ballpark there and watched him, and to watch him run, like the speed and the way he glides and the way he plays center field, and now to turn into a guy that can hit for power like this and average, I mean, you're talking a guy that's 1-2 right now in the game.
Is he the best player in the game?
If he stays healthy, I believe he is. I think he's such a game-changing glove in center field, right? We're not even talking about that right now. He's a game-changing glove. What I love is that game yesterday, look at these numbers here, last 162. It was so impressive what he does.
Those are MVP numbers.
But that game yesterday showed me so much, Fran. He was 0 for 3 with 3 punch-outs.
Bingo, against Giolito.
Came in and homered, and then he hits the big fly to win it. And you see right here, per 150 games since the start of 2019, he has the best WAR in the game with anyone out there. I think for me, for the game of baseball, I just hope Byron Buxton stays healthy, and we can see 150 plus, because we're going to see numbers like that that'll be really impressive.
And let's give the Twins and Buxton credit, because they offered him an extension and he took it in the offseason. So 7 years, $100 million. So if Byron Buxton is healthy, that contract, it's not enough money.
Oh my gosh, not even close.
But Byron Buxton wasn't offended, because he knows he still has to prove. The last thing he's got to prove is that he can play 150, 155 games a year. So he takes the guaranteed money at $100 million, and then now he has an opportunity here to go out there and prove that, maybe we can do some things down the road, maybe 2, 3, 4 years, maybe rip this contract up. But it was a good deal for both teams. And Jim, too, Case as well, he's a different hitter than when he first got. When he first got to the league, he was about 30 pounds lighter. He was kind of a gap-to-gap guy. Now he's just straight muscle up, and see you later.
Yeah, that what it tells me is that he's bought into the culture in Minnesota, and vice versa. Like you said it best, like both sides came together, and it's refreshing. It tells me that this kid just wants to play baseball.
Right.
He wants to go out and he wants to show everybody what a great talent he is, but he also wants to do this for the fans in Minnesota, and he wants to do this for his team. You can see the hunger in this guy when he shows emotion like he is. That's pure joy that he wants and loves to play the game.
So what's the tough part here? Because obviously everyone's telling him, hey, you got to stay healthy, you got to stay on the field. How does he do that?
Well, it looks like he's not stealing as many bases. We said this about Bryce Harper early on, too. That guy keeps getting hurt. Now Harper's on the field a lot. So maybe you don't steal as many bags.
Okay.
Maybe you don't go in. I know it's tough, but maybe you don't go into the wall a couple of times. You know what I mean? But just stay on the field.
Right.
I would be the manager. I was like, listen, don't run out. You ground out. Let's just jog the field.
Yeah, I don't know. Some guys aren't wired that way. It'll be interesting to see what happens. I will say, like Rocco Baldelli, he's the perfect manager for this kid because Rocco is so cerebral. He's so smart. You know, a young guy. He can relate to his players. He's done such a great job there in Minnesota. So hopefully they find a solution to make sure, because this guy's just too exciting to not.
Too exciting.
So great point on Rocco. Think about it. Like the day that Buxton had yesterday,
right.
When you trust in your manager and everything's calm and there's not anxiety, think about it. He knew he was going to, at some point, whether it was yesterday, today, tomorrow, next week, he'll hit.
Oh, yeah.
And having a manager like that that calms the emotion down, it's great
Rocco,
as well.
I mean, we've all talked to him, and he's so impressive. I mean, you come away when you speak to him, this guy is just like, you feel it, you get it, and you get why the Twins have bought into him. You get why they won the AL Central a couple times as well. Time now for Stackcast, powered by Google Cloud. More on Byron Buxton. Now, I know Big Jim Tomey might take a little issue with this, but since the Stackcast era began, and that's 2015, they say Buxton's drive here, it's 469 feet. It's the longest walk-off in Stackcast history.
That's not 469. That's 569.
That's fine. Yeah, no doubt about it. We gotta relook at that one.
And also, though, but you had a blast. It wasn't a walk-off. You had a blast there in Target that was, what, 464? Oh, it's 464. What?
But it was really 500.
Oh, here it is. Yeah.
Oh, 490.
490, exactly. Excuse us.
And 480. Friend, there's two up there.
That's right.
490 and 480. Oh, my gosh.
And Miguel Sano.
It felt good. When it hit, it felt good off the bat.
I'm sure it did. All right, great stuff. So Byron Buxton, hopefully we get an opportunity to just see him just stay on the field. He's missed 6 games, had that right knee soreness, but they brought him back. They've worked him in. He DH'd a number of games, and then he finally got back out there in center field. So good stuff.